What up, guys? We are here with a deck profile today. Who are you and what did you do this weekend?
My name is Justin Wynn. I got top 4 at the Vancouver Regional with Lunalight branded.
All right, before we go any further, do you want to give any shout outs?
Nobody in particular. My grandma, Harper Bridgeford, and then the boys, Team Pentastag. You know what it is?
Ooh.
You know what it is. Team Pentastag. Yeah, shout out to the boys. In no particular order. Shout out to Juan Ray. Shout out to Tina. Shout out to Daniel. Shout out to Nathan, Andrew, Justin, Brian's mom, Evan, and then Christopher, because he hooked me up with some hot texts. The other guys did too, but like they didn't really matter as much.
All right.
Sorry, Nathan. All right.
All right, great. Let's get into the deck profile.
Perfect. So it's pretty cookie cutter, but the monster lineup I feel like is well decided at this point. You can debate with people on it, but we got 3 Goldio, 2 Kaleido Chick, 2 Silver Hound, 2 Black Sheep, and then the one-ofs. We're playing the Ammo Bird. Often it gets sided out. I mean, it's really good. There's often like a game 3 scenario where I was going second, and I would set it out, and then we would get into a grind fest, and then I would miss it. I don't know. I would definitely keep it in, but I think my siding patterns would need to be adjusted. There's just a couple scenarios where it actually came up keeping it in, but it just sucks to draw going second.
Nice. Other than that, you think the monster lineup is pretty solid?
Yeah, I think so. The one thing that I also played around with is play 2 Fractal. You can play 3, you can play 1. I liked 2. It's just better than like 2 this, and then I also play 2 Tanky. I think that ratio is just the best. You just get the best hands out of it. And then the goo, Fallen of Albaz, we play a branded engine. There's a couple of times where I drew him, and then his normal summon is actually kind of crazy if you have enough gas in your hand. You just rip apart boards with a couple of the fusion options that you have. And then we just play Fua as the only monster hand trap, and then we also play Impulse. Shout out to Christopher.
Yeah, sponsored by Christopher Schmidt, by the way.
We got the Impulses, arguably the best card of the deck. I would say second to that would be the branded cards, but I mean, Impulse was stopping everything all day. I played a lot of Vancouver Soul Canine. It just cooked that deck.
Nice.
And then the spell lineup, pretty standard as well. We got 3 Heavy Poly. And then we have 3, 2, 1. Like I said, we have 2 Tankies. Again, that ratio is the best. I don't think anything is weird here. We were kind of playing like a hybrid board breaker with the couple of hand traps, just so I wanted to have my hands be as less breaky as possible, and then just drawing heavy poly. You win games when you draw heavy poly going second. So I think you have to play 3, and then because I was wanting to play Fuas and Impulses, it meant that I didn't want to play board breakers. They just didn't feel right for this format.
Nice.
Foolish Burial, that's pretty standard. And then we also have Poly, Tactics, Call By. They're also pretty standard. And then we play 2 and 3.
Nice.
Discard almost never resolved, but it baited Ash or baited Impulses or other hand traps, allowed for my engine to resolve. And then this card was also coded alongside Impulse. You just break boards. In the last round, it helped me out. A braided player's Fallen of Albaz when he tried to resolve it during the end phase. And then you just reset another copy, so it's totally free.
Nice.
And then the extra deck. Again, this is pretty standard. Play 2, 2, 2. I played this guy. There's just scenarios where, like, even if you don't have the material for heavy poly to go for Liger, you want to have something that allows you to resolve your heavy poly so that you can trigger some effects. So often you'll have like 2 names in hand, and then they'll have 2 bodies. You'll try to heavy poly, they'll out one of their own bodies, so then you're limited, and then you just send this, get this guy to rotation, and then it honestly, like, it leads to your Liger anyways, because it just puts it on the board, and then you can just fuse it away with Poly or Wolf or something like that. For the branded, we just play these 3. You're almost always sending this off of the Flood of Virtuous. This is usually your target for branded fusion. And then this guy is either your normal summon of Fallen of Albaz because it rips apart boards, or it can be the second send that you use for Fallen of Virtuous.
How many people forget about the materials on that?
A lot of people didn't know what the materials were, so like playing against K9 Vanquisol, they would try to play around it. This was like one of the times where I normal summoned the Fallen of Albaz. Normal summoned it, he tried to play around it, and then I ripped like his Rock of the Vanquisher and like a Raisin, and they just weren't expecting me to hit a non-light or dark monster. Because usually they're thinking Albion, they're thinking Lubellion or Mirror Jade are usually the options that when you normal summon a Fallen of Albaz, this just puts in a lot of work. Then everything else, it's pretty standard, just kind of the bare minimum because you're playing the branded package. So we play those two, and then 3 Xyz monsters. Best card.
The goat.
The goat.
Yeah.
Okay. You got a little teaser over there, but we're gonna save that. Hand traps for the side deck. I one-decided a lot of hand traps just to combat against some of the big combo decks, just so we had enough ways to stop them. And then we also had Perulia. And then these. And then I swear these are real meows. The structure deck looks like fake cards. I swear. This one doesn't. I mean, this doesn't look real. It looks like I printed this, but I promise I didn't.
Budget player over here.
Yeah, budget player. That's a $10 common. And then the best card of the deck. Played it every single match. Exchanged. Goated. This card it rips apart hands. They think that, they're going to hand trap you. I'm just kidding. I didn't play this once. I thought this was really good. My dumb self would like side in hand traps with this going first, and then I would open hand traps, and then there's no point in using exchange because they're just going to take the Ash or the Fu out of my hand. So it kind of defeated the point. But, it's funny. But if anyone tells or asks you, this is like the best card in the deck.
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah, that was the deck profile.
All right. Before we go, is there anything you're thinking of changing about the deck, or do you think the list is pretty solid right now?
I think I kind of want to change the whole deck to anything else at this point. I've been playing Lunalight for like 9 months. Actually, really, I've been playing it since like the first round when it was good, and did not do well with it then. So, I'm really done with the deck. But no, I mean, all jokes aside, I think the main deck was pretty solid. The hand trap into going second lineup might be tweaked a little bit depending on what changes with burst protocol, but outside of that, I mean, I think it's pretty solid.
All right. Well, congrats on the top 4 finish, Jack. All right.
Justin.
Or Justin. Yeah. We're all right. That is it for the deck profile here.
Woo!
All right.